am Brittany Keegan, and I'm the owner of Zaley Designs. We make dog collars, and of course, we make leashes as well, but our primary product is dog collars. And of course, we have one of your lasers, which we use to personalize those products, because in the last, especially couple years, but even before that, personalization has become one of the main things that people are doing with their products, and customers love to have their dog's name and phone number on their buckle, as well as like on a dog tag. So that is what we added.
Oh, very cool. So are the buckles predominantly metal, or what are some of the different materials that you're utilizing with the laser system to personalize and engrave?
So our main buckles are metal, so they're gold or silver, which proposed a unique problem with engraving them, which your laser solved, which I'm sure we'll get into. But our main buckles are metal, and they go on our collars, and they create our signature collars with metal hardware.
We started in the summer of 2012 when I was looking for a dog collar for my mom's dog, and I couldn't really find it, and I ordered one on Etsy, and it came and it was a piece of junk, and but it was also the wrong size. And I remember looking at it and I thought I could make one of those. And so anyways, I set to task. It was the summer break. I was on home from college over summer, and my mom was at work. And so I cut apart a camera strap and a pillowcase, and I sewed a dog collar on her embroidery machine. And she came home and she was like, "What'd you do today?" And I was like, "I made a dog collar." She goes, "On what sewing machine?" And I was like, "On your embroidery machine. You know, these are those kind of expensive machines." And anyways, my parents were incredibly encouraging. They thought it was like the coolest thing ever. My mom had a dream that I was going to buy a house because I made dog collars and this whole thing. And I looked at her like she had 12 heads. I was like, "You've lost your mind." But anyways, one thing led to another. I was in college at the time for business, and I was going for a degree in business so I could run my photography business, which I had at the time. And the whole photography industry just changed dramatically in that kind of time zone where every mom bought a camera and suddenly they were a photographer, and all of a sudden, instead of, building a photography business, we're competing with everyone. And so one thing led to another. I tried a ton of different things, and finally I kind of rolled my eyes and I said, "Okay, God, if this is what you want me to do, make dog collars of all things, like, let's do it." So I went and I bought a couple different fabrics and made them. And then I set these like miniature goals. Like I was like, okay. And they were all like prayer goals. And I was like, God, it'd be cool if we sold like 2 this month. And we did. And then it was the next month. And I was like, how about 1 a week? And we did. And then it just continued to grow from there. And it's kind of funny because like, I really didn't want to make dog collars, which is so funny to admit, because usually people are like, I really wanted to do this. And I'm like, this was not what I was going for, but it's been really fun, and it's been a huge blessing to me and my family and so many people that I've met through it, and my friends. And anyways, so it's been a really cool journey, and I love what I do, and it allows me to stay home with my kids. So yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, it seems like that's how a lot of businesses, do start, right? It's solving a very specific, problem that someone, has encountered, and they say, hey, I can maybe roll this out to a few others. So yeah, that's a really, really neat story on how this all began. And we certainly appreciate, being a part of the journey as well. So I noticed you got the turbo on the back, drop there of your laser gear box, right? So we have, it's kind of funny, quite a few customers, we go into their facilities and where they manufacture whatever part, piece, widgets, and they give their laser systems and machinery names, so it's not uncommon to see that. But I am curious, how did you come up with the name Turbo?
So the first buckle that we engraved for a customer was for a dog named Turbo, and it just fit. I thought with you being the entrepreneur mom that you are, that maybe that was from the movie Turbo there, that really fast little snail. But that would be a good idea. But we have a history of naming some of our patterns, like our plaids, after dog names of customers, or our florals. And so when we got this thing fired up and we started engraving a bunch of test buckles, when we were confident enough to do one of the first customer buckles, it happened to be named Turbo, and it sounded like a laser name. So we made it. I don't know if you can totally see it, but in gold it says "Hi, I'm," and then it says turbo across here, and it's been turbo ever since.
Very cool. Now, great name. Yeah, absolutely great name there. Well, I guess so. As you talked about some of the different milestones with your business, I guess where did laser fit into the whole, customization part of it, and when in your business did you say, hey, this is kind of the next step?
Yeah, so absolutely. So when we started, a lot of the collar makers, we started on Etsy, and a lot of the collar makers all used plastic hardware and plastic buckles, and they were big and bulky and ugly. And so when we started with metal hardware to really differentiate ourselves. And as the years went on, we partnered with a laser company that was local in town, and they did a bunch of engraving, like they did trophies and all that sort of stuff. And anyway, so we partnered with them, and they had a rotary laser, because the CO2 lasers, as you guys know, won't make a mark on a shiny metal object. And so we would bring our buckles to them, they would engrave them, and we'd bring them back and put them on our collars. And I've got some here so you can kind of see where they started. I wonder if they'll, so you can kind of see, so the rotary would physically remove the metal, but they were really tough to see. Like if you didn't get it in the right light, you weren't able to see the names on those buckles, and they were a pain and a half to photograph. And so I started researching into a laser that would mark in black, which especially about 5 years ago, there were very, very few options for a laser that would do that. So I started doing a lot of research into those lasers. I tried to convince my trophy house guy to invest in one, and he wouldn't. And so I had a friend who does dog tags. Her name is Kristen, and she has bad tags, which I know you all know her. And she had gotten one of these, and she's marking these and making them at home. And I'm like, holy moly, like tell me everything you know, because I need to be doing the same thing. And so she is absolutely precious and shared you guys with me. And that was where we took the next step, because I also believed that if our engraving went from not really being able to be seen, especially in product photography, that if I could make it black and seen in product photography, that we would sell so many more, because the customer would be able to recognize what it is supposed to look like. So like, here's one done with your guys's, and here's that. So it made a huge difference, and that was where we made the leap too. I was looking for it, and then I got connected with you guys.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think with a lot of manufacturers and a lot of customers, it's you certainly can sub out some of this work nowadays, right? But there's something to be said about really controlling that whole manufacturing process, and you guys like really making sure, hey, this is the exact mark that I know meets the specification, and something that Zaley Designs is proud of, and also what your customer base is going to be happy with as well, right? So
absolutely, which is kind of a fun part that I didn't realize about investing in our own laser, which what we were doing, so this business was in town, which was about a 25 to 30 minute drive. So in order to go and drop off our buckles, that would take 25 to 30 minutes, and then driving home would take 25 to 30 minutes, and then we'd have to do it all over again to pick those buckles up. So we were spending at least 2 hours a week in the car driving back and forth to drop those buckles off and get them, and sometimes an additional trip to drop off extra buckles for when they would get them back to us. And what I didn't take into account was how much gas that was costing and time. And then of course you're out, so you go out to eat or you run errands or whatever the other thing is. But once we got this laser, all of a sudden we realized like we were driving so much less, but not only that, like our turnaround time got so much faster, because now we can engrave something right here without taking it to someone, waiting on their lead time and bringing it home. But it saved us money in ways that we didn't even expect. So those were some really cool bonus points to having our own laser that I wasn't planning on, but was a nice surprise.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. I might take this in a kind of a different direction real quick, because I am curious on this. TYKMA Electrox, obviously, we're well known in the industry for building some high quality laser systems and also most importantly, providing solutions, right? So even on this call here today, I might hopefully have identified an area where we might be able to streamline your workflow and your process even a little bit better. So I'm assuming a lot of the orders you're receiving, is it from Etsy? Is it online orders? Is it Shopify? What are you utilizing right now to have some of those orders come in and fall into a certain queue, I guess?
absolutely. So we get most of our customer orders are either from Etsy or our website, which is Shopify based. And then we also are on Chewy.com, but those aren't custom personalized. We just put our logo on them. Like that.
Yeah, really stands out. So does that information get dropped into like an Excel sheet, or I guess how do you know what laser, markings need to take place on what dog collar?
Yeah, so currently the best solution we've found is we have our laptop here and a screen up here, and what we do is each order obviously has its printed out order that stays with the product the whole time, because our collars are made to order. So we print off the orders, we cut each collar specifically for that order, and that order form stays with it all the way throughout the process. And then when we go to engrave it, if the collar comes over here for engraving, what we do is we pull up their order online. And since this is just a screen, we're able to copy that information and put it into the laser file and then engrave it.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, pretty automated then, huh?
A little bit. We have to do them for every single one, but copy and paste made a big difference from trying to transpose them into each file.
Well, I think I get some ideas we can talk offline on how to automate that even a little bit further, and that's utilizing another software package that we provide at TYKMA Electrox called Icon Interface, but there's a lot of data handshaking and retrieval that we can do even from, Shopify as an example. So yeah, something that we'll talk about offline and see if we can even streamline it even further for you.
That sounds great.
I guess the question I would have for you, Brittany, is what stood out? What's, one thing about working with TYKMA Electrox that, has maybe helped you out with your business outside of the personalization and customization side of things?
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing is that I have owned this machine now for over 4 years, and I've had no trouble with it. So that alone, I think, really stands a testament to why you purchase a laser that is a quality laser with a real company behind it, instead of trying to find, the cheapest bottom of the barrel solution that would work, because we fire it up and we just expect it to work, and it works and it does its job, and it runs all day on the days that we're in here rocking out orders. So it really has been just a trustworthy, isn't the word, reliable piece of equipment that has been really excellent.
Happy to hear that. I guess one thing that has kind of separated TYKMA Electrox from, obviously there's other choices out there, but, has separated us from some of the other companies is the fact that if you ever do run into any issues, it's, service and support that's available around the clock to help out with whatever you need. So I guess kind of knock on wood, again, no issues, happen here in the near future, but if it is the type of thing that you need anything, we got service and support available around the clock for you.
I so appreciate that, and I agree. Anytime I email you, you email right back right away, and I've got a phone number, and so I very much appreciate that as well.
Absolutely. Any other kind of closing comments that you'd have, or I guess you've already kind of covered, why you'd recommend TYKMA Electrox, so we do appreciate that, but any other kind of closing statements or anything else you have for us today?
I don't know. I mean, it's really fun what it does, I guess. So here's one of our main collars that has the dog's name. I suppose that's got a phone number on it. Let's see. That's got a dog's name on it. So it really does a great job at what it's asked to do, and it's user friendly. But yeah, it's fun.
Writing with light, definitely pretty neat. So yeah, we appreciate your business cool. and testimonial here today as well, and wish you and your business the best, and we'll be here to support you on the journey. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.